Good morning. Lord, I need to do something with myself. It must have been a train wreck. Must have had bad dreams last night because look at my hair. If you're catching the replay, hashtag replay. Oh, there y'all are. Oh, gosh, Shane left his cell phone again. I can't decide if I want to be nice and take it to him. I'm like, this crap's going to have to stop. You're going to have to remember your cell phone. You're like a dadgum kid. And I don't know how you forget your cell phone. Let me take my medicine, my Celtic salt. I'm overdosing again. But I don't think the kind that I got is not, it's more like crumbles. I was looking for I just had it, my hair thing. How are y'all this Monday morning? I have to be honest. I was like, I don't want to do this. I can't do this today. I say that every time, though. Y'all bear with me a minute. What? I literally just had it in my lap. I'd lose my head if it wasn't attached. I was looking for my little rubber band. I scare myself sometimes. There's one. Maybe I threw it back in here. All right. I don't get me wrong. I like this type of vodka, but sometimes it hurts my stomach when I have, like, I don't know, but then I flavor it with Kool-Aid. So, like, why would this hurt my stomach? But sometimes Propel hurts my stomach. But I am out of the straight up vodka, and this is all I have. This little strawberry kiwi. It tastes delicious. It's just a little, and it has electrolytes in it, which I need. So, I have to tell y'all. So, I got on my computer, which I don't really get on Facebook with my computer very often, but I was getting on it and it said I had 2 violations, and I was like, what did I do? What did I do wrong? And it was on my lives. And I thought, am I getting in trouble for saying this is vodka? Like, does Facebook not like that? Because maybe I'm not a positive influence. And I was like, it took me a minute to figure out what I had done wrong. But then I think I figured it out. It said something to do with I had a video, but I didn't go watch my live because I didn't feel like watching myself for an hour. But I think, when I was showing y'all that farmer song that I want to do this fall for my field trips, I played a song. I think that's what gave me a violation. I'm not sure. Or if it's because I'm a train wreck because I drink vodka in the morning. I'm not really sure. Like sometimes, YouTube and Facebook is very sensitive about what you do and what you post. You have to be so careful. I don't know if y'all realize this, but like on YouTube, like I have to pay every music, like the music that you see in my videos on YouTube, I have to pay for that. Like that ain't free. Like StreamYard, me going live where I can go live on Facebook and YouTube at the same time, I have to pay for that. It's not like it's for free. You know what I'm saying? So like sometimes new creators that'll call me and go, I want to do YouTube. I'm like, it's an investment. You can't edit from your phone. You're going to have to buy a computer if you don't have a computer. And I don't think it can be like a iPad. Like it's an investment. It is an investment. And I'll just give you an example. StreamYard's $50 a month. Well, crap, I don't even make $50 on my my lives. So it's just it is an investment to be on YouTube. So you have to be really careful about what you post. And the last video I did with me driving the little boy on the tractor, about 10 or 15 of you sent me emails or messages going, you better take that down. YouTube's going to give you a violation like they did Chestnut Hills for doing that. And I'll tell you what I think the difference is. Zoe posted a short of her and Farmer Rhett on the tractor. Mine wasn't a short, mine was a long video. So what happens is when you upload, because I upload the videos the day before, most of the time, sometimes even earlier. And so when it uploads to YouTube, it tells me whether I'm going to get a violation or not. So I already knew I was in the clear. So when you upload a short, you're not necessarily, because it posts like that, you don't necessarily know, because it's not like you post the day before for a short. You post immediately. Where a long video, I upload it and it tells me whether it's approved or not for, YouTube. So I already knew that I was in the good. I don't know. I don't know why I didn't get in trouble and Zoe did. I'm not sure. You saw me almost the whole time in the video, so I don't know if that was it. I don't know, but y'all are so sweet for reaching out to me, telling me that I was going to get canned for a week. I was going to go into YouTube jail. Anyway, so I don't know. I don't know exactly what the difference was. Anyway, good morning. So, y'all, I'm fixing to laugh. I'm looking for my hairband everywhere and can't find it. Do y'all see it? This whole time I'm standing up, I'm looking everywhere for my hairband. You see what kind of morning it's going to be? Do y'all ever do that? Oh my gosh, Judy, really? Okay, I am officially got to go to Ulta. And it is so hot outside that I can't decide if I even want to put on makeup, because I am drenched every time I go outside. I mean, even at 8:30 in the morning, I am drenched. And then I'm soaking wet and I come inside and then I'm freezing to death because I'm wet and I want to change clothes. And then I go back outside and I'm drenched. It's like, how like sweat on top of sweat on top. By the time the day is over, I'm like, I literally cannot even stand to smell myself because I'm drenched so much. It's just, this weather is awful. Okay, hang on. I can't decide what I really want to talk about today. The thing with my lives is I don't really have a lot of views on my lives. I really don't. And that's okay. It's not like sometimes I think I'd rather it be small because my lives are more personable, I probably have 1,000 views on on YouTube. So it's not really a lot of views considering. And then usually in the mornings, I have anywhere from 100 people to 120 maybe. So it's not like my lives are, so sometimes I'm like, what I want to talk about today, what I'm getting at, what I want to talk about today, I'm actually going to do a long form video to post because I want more people to watch it. because it's something that I need to say. So maybe I'll talk to you guys about it a little bit, and then I'll be more detailed in my video because I can not be live and really think about what I need to say. So oftentimes as a creator, first of all, I have a lot of growth. Like in the past 6 months, I've went from 30,000 people on Facebook to almost 90. Like that's a big growth quick. And then on YouTube, I feel like because it tells me on YouTube where my new subscribers come from, and most of them are coming from shorts, so they don't know who I am. You know what I mean? I don't know if they see this crazy redheaded girl in the farm, and they subscribe to my page, and they may or may not watch me, but they don't know who I am. And these new people, majority of the new people that came on Facebook came from me getting chewed out over Dee. You know, I oftentimes when things go viral, it's so crazy because things that go viral are not good things. Things that go viral are people chewing me out because I have a two-headed calf in Dee. And it's like, why can't good things go viral? You know what I'm saying? But it's like, it seems like it's just like the news, the things that hit the newsstand, like, are, it's people that die, people that robbed, or people, it's like it's very few uplifting stories. It's usually negative, and I hate that. I guess that's why I never became a news anchor or whatever, because I hate it. It's like, it's depressing. That's why I ended up not watching that's why I ended up not watching the news channel, because it's like, it's nothing but negative Nancy. And so even like on Facebook or TikTok, or when people start screaming politics and like all, I'm like, I cannot handle it. Like, I cannot handle all this ruckus. It just it doesn't make me smile. It makes me feel sad. And so I have a lot of new people. Well, my point that I'm getting out is about taking the word sanctuary out of my name. I said something on one of my lives about that I was thinking about doing it, and then I tried to do it and I couldn't, like, Facebook wouldn't take it away. And I was like, is this God intervening that I'm not supposed to take sanctuary away? And that day, I stayed present the whole day. Do you know what I mean by that? Like, I tried not to worry about the past. I tried not to worry about the future. I tried to stay present. And I was like, how do I feel? Because when you are a people pleaser, I don't know if you get me. Some of y'all might get me, some of you don't. But this is me. Okay, I post something, and then all these people start commenting on this post. Okay, first of all, when I posted the video, I wasn't trying to sell Skipper. First of all, if I try to sell Skipper on Facebook, they will shut my page down. So I ain't trying to sell no animals. Sometimes I might say up for discussion, but I'm not trying to sell any animal. That was never my intention. I was trying, because I'm not getting ready. I don't even know if I can get this stuff out. I was getting a lot of messages from people going, are you keeping Skipper? Are you keeping Skipper? So Skipper was pretty popular. We made little Skipper shirts. And so Skipper is pretty much a character on my farm. And people just kept messaging me, and I hadn't said for sure whether I was going to keep Skipper or not. But y'all, come on. If you've been following me for a while, I wasn't able to keep Cinco because of the size of my farm. So generally, I'm not going to be able to keep Skipper if I can't keep Cinco, right? So the post, what my thought process behind the post was to let people know on Facebook that I was not keeping Skipper. And it turned into people thought that I was looking for a home for Skipper and I was going to donate her because people see the word, I guess they see the word sanctuary and they think, I don't know what people think. It seemed to, what happened was people were thinking that I was looking for a home for Skipper. Never did I said, I'm wanting her to go to a good home. I did say that, but the post was more about, hey, y'all, I wanted to let you know that I'm not going to be able to keep Skipper. So then all of a sudden, people are tagging Jake. People are tagging Lester. People are tagging Jason and Brooke. And I'm going to tell you, I don't know if other creators tell you this, but I am. When 455 people tag you in the same post and you're on vacation and you're trying to be with your family and your phone's going ding, 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 and you're like, maybe you're trying to watch somebody on Facebook or YouTube and your phone's going ding, 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 ding. You're getting frustrated as a creator. You're like, what the heck is this? And so here I go. And if you're a people pleaser, you get me. So then all of a sudden, all these creators, and I don't know Jake. I've never met him. I've never had a conversation with him. And I'm like, oh my gosh, people are tagging Jake. People are tagging Coghill. Oh my gosh, I know their phones are blowing up. Oh my gosh, Jason and Brooke are on vacation, and they're fixing to be pissed at me. And then everybody that Jake just ignored it. Jake didn't come comment and say, I'm not getting the cow or whatever. But Brooke started posting. What'd she say? She is registered and very expensive. We want to do a rescue. And then my phone starts blowing up. I thought you were a sanctuary. I can't believe that you would charge for Skipper. Jason and Brooke would have taken Skipper, but because you're so expensive, they won't take Skipper. And now you're going to get Skipper in a bad home because you're being greedy, wanting money. You're selling animals. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And then Brooke's commenting on everybody's posts. It's very expensive. And I was like, oh my God, this is a disaster. This is a flipping disaster. I'm pissing Jason and Brooke off. I'm probably pissing Jake off. It wasn't my intention. And now everything is a complete disaster. And it upset me. Y'all have to remember that when you tag other farms, our farm, and when you look at a post and 45 people have tagged the same person, our phones are blowing up. Our our phone, I mean, you know what it's like when someone tags you in a poster, you get a notification. So when creators open their phone and let's just say go to YouTube or go to Facebook, there's 8,000 notifications from like with Sneed's Farmhouse, and it doesn't look good. It doesn't sit right, especially when you're on vacation and you're trying to be with your family and your phone's blowing up, and it feels like it's hard. And so here I am in this position and I'm a people pleaser, and people are chewing me out for selling an animal, and I'm like, I thought you were a sanctuary, and I'm like, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. And when Brooke's saying that, the cow's expensive, and then people are texting me, Jason and Brooke would have gotten Skipper, but you ruined it. You ruined it. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And it's so hard because if y'all only knew. But see, people that follow us, y'all only see what we post. So y'all don't see the behind the scenes. And it's almost as if Jake and Jason and Brooke are thinking, are these the followers doing this? Or is Judy saying, y'all tag Jason and Brooke. I want them to get Skipper. And yes, if I know that if Skipper went to Jake or Jason and Brooke, she would be rotten. She would. And in my heart, I won't, just like when Cinco went to Chestnut Hills, I get to watch Cinco grow up. So I love the fact that Cinco went to a farm that I know, because I know Zoe and Nick will keep her trained. And those kids, like Cinco will always be around kids, and she will always be gentle because she's exposed to all, the kids at Chestnut Hills. And so that makes me happy. But y'all have to remember, first of all, Jake lives like 10 hours from me. So can you imagine Skipper in the back of a trailer for 10 hours? Skipper wouldn't make it. She would be, the first time she's away from her mom, she's in the trailer for 10 hours. That's not good for Skipper. Would you want to be in a trailer 10 hours on the road? You see what I'm saying? So that's not a good choice. But you guys are trying to help me find a good home for her. And you're like, let me tag Jake. Oh my gosh, this would be a great home for Skippers to see her at, over there at the Morrow Hill. Oh my gosh. And so, but sometimes, you know how I tell you that you have to look within and figure out what your ownership in this is. So when I look at that post, let me read it. Hang on. Let me get my Meemaw glasses on. Hang on just a minute. I got makeup in my eyes. I have to find my ownership, and I have to find out what I could have done differently. Instead of being, am I mad that, not mad. I'm not a mad person, but I have to figure out what caused people to do this. Like, is there something that I said Or is there something that I did? What could I have done differently so that things would have gone differently? So the post says, because I was trying to tell y'all that I wasn't keeping Skipper, wasn't trying to sell Skipper. Unfortunately, I will not be able to keep Skipper due to having a small pasture. It's best for her to be in a pasture where she can graze on grass. My dream is to have 50 acres and move us to a farm with pasture. I'm not there yet, and 2 cows are all I can handle right now. I desire her to go somewhere where she would be handled a lot because she's a big pet, meaning I don't want her to be slaughtered. These are not rescue. Oh, I added that. Okay, so never did I say I'm looking for a home for Skipper. Never did I say Skipper's for sale. Never did I say any of that. I was just trying to say, hey, I'm not going to be able to keep Skipper. Okay. Where Jason and Brooke's phone was blowing up, where Jake's phone was blowing up, my phone was blowing up with, hey, we have 17 acres and we would love to take Skipper. Hey, we have 50 acres. We would love to have Skipper. Hey, we're starting this farm and we hope to have a petting zoo soon. We will take Skipper. And I was getting blown up with all these people wanting Skipper. So it wasn't just happening to Jason and Brooke, and it wasn't just happening to Jake, but it was happening ding, 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 ding. And I'm like, oh my God, what has happened? What other creators off? I'm getting pissed off. And I was like, okay, it's time to pause. Where did this post go wrong? And many a times people take things wrong because it's in a post, or it's in a text, or it's in an email, and you can't hear my tone, you can't hear my heart. And so everyone interprets a text, an email, a post the way they want to perceive it. And never in my heart was I trying to find Skipper a home. And everyone that was reading this post, and I'll tell you how it becomes contagious. It comes contagious because what we do on social media is we read comments. So if one person posts, oh, you should let me tag Coghill Farm. Oh, Jason and Brooke, this would be a perfect. And so then instead of reading my post, they read the first sentence and then they go straight to the comments. And they're like, oh, she's looking for a home for Skipper. Hey, I have 50 acres. Oh my gosh, I'm fixing to be a petting zoo. Oh, Jake would make a great farm. And so people read the comments and then they chime in. And they don't read that post. They read the first sentence. Oh my gosh, Judy can't keep Skipper. I got the purpose. Let's all tag Jake and Jake will take Skipper. And it becomes contagious. And then people start forming opinions. Oh, Jason and Brooke would take a Skipper, but Judy is so expensive. She is charging so much money for Skipper, and Brooke and Jason would take her, but because Judy is charging so much money, Jason and Brooke won't take her. Okay, so then what Brooke was trying to say is, Skipper is registered and Skipper is very expensive. She wasn't saying, hey, we're not taking Skipper because she's expensive. Because I bet your bottom dollar that Jason and Brooke can afford $1,500 if they wanted Skipper. Okay. But Skipper is registered, and Jason and Brooke, I know Brooke because I've had long conversations with her. Her heart is she's been wanting a cow for a while. She was wanting a cow back when Cinco was born. But when me and Brooke had our conversation, Brooke and Jason, really it's Brooke. Brooke in her heart feels like she wants cows, but she feels like in her heart there's somebody out there, or there's some cow out there that needs her. Maybe it's a disabled cow. Maybe it's a cow that's in a rescue situation that needs to be pampered. It's been neglected. That's in Brooke's heart. But when she said what she was trying to say, not that she wasn't trying to say that Skipper was so expensive, so she wasn't going to be getting Skipper. She was trying to say that in my heart, Skipper is a registered cow. Skipper is good for breeding. Skipper is registered. In my heart, I want to find a cow that needs me. Skipper's going to find a good home because Skipper is registered and Skipper is very expensive. But everyone interpreted Brooke's comment is Brooke wasn't getting Skipper because I was charging too much money. So then people wanted to attack me. You're a sanctuary, and sanctuaries don't sell animals. And so then I'm like, this whole thing, excuse me, is effed up. This whole situation is so messed up. Like, I can't win for losing. Like, what the heck? And so I haven't really been able to talk to Brooke because I really didn't want to talk to her about it because she's on vacation. So I didn't tell her what was all happening to me on my end. And so when you're on social media, you got to be careful. You got to be careful. I'm talking to myself. I'm not talking about y'all being careful. I have to be careful. And I'm like, I guess I should have said, I'm not looking for a home for Skipper. Skipper is registered. And then when people are telling me, I can't believe that you're a sanctuary and you sell animals, I wanted to go, Lester, let's sit down and talk, because Lester gets the same thing with I'm a survivor. We get beat up. Okay. So as a creator that is in constant growth, I have people that are trying to figure me out. And there's more people coming than people that are already here. Y'all already know me. You know what the sanctuary means. But people that don't know me, and they see all your comments, and they see Brooke's comments, she's too expensive, and they know Brooke and they don't know Aunt Judy, they're going to go, oh, Brooke, I get it. She's a sanctuary. She's selling animals. Oh, she's a train wreck. So I decided in my heart, I was sitting there and I was like, what does God want me to do? Like, not what subscribers want me to do or followers on Facebook want me to do or what Judy wants to do. What does God want me to do? Like, what am I supposed to be doing with my farm? What am I supposed to be doing? Who am I? Like, what is my purpose? Like, where am I going? And I feel like that it's not about the word saying, gosh, the word sanctuary is not that important to me. It's really not. As a person, and I hope that you can relate to me, as a person, you have to know who you are. You have to know what you meant when you sent that text or posted that thing or sent that email. I have to know in my heart what I meant. I can't sit here and convince every single person what I meant in a post or a video or whatever. I have to know in my heart where I was. Because everyone is going to interpret their own interpretation of what it said, because people don't break things down. Like if you took my post and go, was she selling Skipper? Well, never in, and when you break things down, you have to stick with facts. So if you're in a situation where there's confusion right now and you try to break it down, when you break something down, you have to stick with facts, not assumptions. So when I look at this post, does she say that Skipper is for sale? Never in that post does she say this Skipper is for sale. Okay. And then you make the assumption, because the word sanctuary means several things. It's a place of refuge. It doesn't say, in order to be called a sanctuary, you cannot breed animals. Because what happens is there's assumption. My sanctuary is not rescuing animals. My sanctuary is a refuge for human beings. I've said it 4 times. And no matter how many times I tell you what my sanctuary does, I desire to be a place of refuge for drug addicts, alcoholics. That's where my heart is. Not to rescue animals. Do I rescue animals? I do, because I have a love for animals. And people call me all the time to go, Judy, there's this duck. Judy, there's this pig. Judy, I have this goat. People do it all the time. And I have a huge heart for animals. So yes, but not every animal on my farm is a rescue. Dexter and Dee Dee, and I've said this before, Dexter and Dee Dee, Shane paid over $4,000 for Dexter and Dee Dee. They are registered mini Herefords. They're Shane's babies. I love them. I've trained them. But they're not my favorite. But I have them out there. But these are Shane's babies. He spent a lot of money on these cows. Okay, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to stop getting ready. Maybe I'll just go slow. Let me tell you what happens. As a people pleaser, people start telling you, if you're a sanctuary, you can't breed animals. If you're a sanctuary or you're a nonprofit, you're not supposed to sell animals. And you listen, and you're a people pleaser, and you try to do everything everybody says, and you're trying not to piss people off, and you are all over the map when you are a people pleaser. We have to stop being people pleasers, okay? All right. So, early on, when people were telling me you're not supposed to sell animals, okay? If I put a tag on Skipper that said free, or I put a tag on a rabbit that said free, or my piglets that said free. I've tried this before. And this is what happens. Every flippin' person that's ever wanted a pig, that doesn't know how to raise a pig, that doesn't even have a farm, the pig's gonna live in my house, pull in my driveway because the pig is free. And my phone is blowing up. Oh, I have a good home. I have these kids. I've wanted pigs my whole life are messaging me. Do you think for a second, if Skipper was free, that she would go to a good home? Think about it. If I did a post, Skipper's looking for a good home. No, she's not going. I if I if I put a free stamp on any of my animals, I'll give you a perfect example. Early on, I I go into schools, right? And I know that animals are therapy. So I am going to breed my rabbits and I'm going to donate them to classrooms for classroom pets. Is that not the sweetest thing of Judy? Oh my gosh. She is breeding these rabbits and she is taking them into the school system and she is donating rabbits. And you know what was happening? Rabbits were coming back to me because it wasn't an investment. Every time I would send them to a school, they would come back to me. You know why? Because they were free and they thought it would be fun to have a rabbit in the classroom. But they didn't realize what happens with the cleanup or so forth. They weren't prepared. Oh gosh, when there's spring break, oh crap, I've got to take this rabbit. This rabbit has to go home with someone. Oh, wait a minute. This rabbit's going to be in the classroom overnight. What if something happens and the kids, if they walk in and the rabbit's dead? What if it gets out of its cage? I was thought in my heart, I was giving these animals to schools and they were just coming back to me. And I realized real quick that that was stupid. Okay. But it took me a minute to learn that. I realized this is not who I want to be. So I went and had all 3 of my rabbits fixed because I said, I will never breed rabbits again. I will never breed rabbits again. Same thing with my piglets. The first time she had piglets, I was just make a donation. Just make a donation. And every Tom, Dick, and Harry were pulling in my driveway wanting my pigs. And my pigs would leave and I would feel sick inside because it wasn't an investment. They were free. So this BS that people make up in their mind that you're not supposed to put a price tag on a sanctuary. And let's stop for just a minute. It's not just babies. Okay? Same thing with Ruger. Ruger's my goat. I bottle fed Ruger wasn't born here. Ruger was a rescue. And I had planned on not keeping Ruger in the beginning. Every freaking person wanted Ruger. And I had bottle fed. He was like my baby. And all these people were telling me, "Oh, I have a farm, I'll take him." And in my heart, I was like, "Shane, I don't feel good about this. I don't feel good about this. I don't feel good about finding someone to take care of Ruger through an adoption process with no money attached." Because when people make an investment, they think, "Okay, wait a minute. This cow's $1,500. Is this something, do we have the fencing for it? Okay, do we have the pasture for it? Do we have it's an investment. It's something that they have to think about because $1,500 is a lot of money. If I put Skipper for free, Skipper is going to be passed around like hotcakes. And then someone's going to get Skipper. Hey, this cow's worth $1,500. Let's put her in the auction. We can make money off her. That's what would happen. So that's why I chose to take sanctuary out of my name, because all it is judgment for me. Rescues go, you, there's enough cows in this world. You don't need to be breeding them. Okay, this is my heart and this is my feeling. I enjoy making an animal pet friendly. And the way I do, you see me out there. If you watched my live yesterday, I am getting Skipper where I can lay on her. Okay, think for just a minute. Imagine having a cow that you can go out there and lay on and read a book. Tell me how you get to mindfulness and happiness with doing that. When the world is full of freaking chaos, shootings, killings, all this bull crap, high grocery bills and so forth, and you're stressed out trying to figure out how to make ends meet. Imagine walking out to your farm and laying on your cow and telling your cow your problems. Talking about sanctuary? Ha ha ha. It is when you go out there and lay on Skipper or lay on Shishi or lay with Dexter or get kisses from Mickey and Taterbug, talking about sanctuary. Holy Moses. You're having a bad day? You come to my farm at night. You come to my farm at night and come lay with Skipper and tell me if the word sanctuary is in my farm. Tell me that I shouldn't be breeding Dexter when I can sit here and get a calf to that point where you can lay with it. And finding someone that needs Skipper, that needs that sanctuary feeling, brings joy to me. It does. So I just decided I'm in growth. In social media, I'm in the growth stage. And when you're any business that you own and you're in growth stage, there is growing pains. And in my heart, I feel like that the word sanctuary in my name is not that important. I know who I am. I know what my goals are. I know what my nonprofit is all about. So I decided that I can see where it's confusing. I can see why the word sanctuary, Sneed's Farmhouse Sanctuary, I can see why it's so confusing. and I can stop and break it down and quit fighting trying to explain myself. Because I would rather spend my energy and my time in teaching you to dance versus taking the time and the energy to just explain who I am. I'm ready. I'm on this train to go forward. If you're looking for a place to learn how to be happy, to learn how to be content, to learn how to deal with problems, you've come to the right place because we're all figuring it out together and we're getting on a train going forward and we're learning how to be present. We're learning how to not forget the future, the past, because we've all had a past, but we're ready to put the past behind us and get on this train and go forward. And when I'm constantly having to explain who I am and what the word sanctuary means, it is keeping my train from going forward. And I feel like as the driver of this train, I feel like I'm keeping all you passengers from going forward too, because I'm too freaking busy concentrating on, oh my God, I just pissed Jason and Brooke off. Oh my God, I just pissed Jake off. Oh my God, they think that I'm like, the Jason and Brooke aren't getting my animal because I'm selling it. That is keeping me in total confusion, disarray. It's we're not going forward. And I just decided that I have to be mindful that people see sanctuary and begin judging me. And so I decided that I'm taking sanctuary out so that Judy and the backup dancers can stop this confusion. Does that mean we're not going to be faced with some other crap Judy's doing wrong? Yes, we will. Welcome to social media. There's going to be things where I get beat up. There's going to be people that don't like me. I'm going to piss other creators off. It's going to happen. And I think together, we have to learn how to stay in our own lane and quit trying to please everybody else. We have to get on the train and look forward. I'm not there yet. I'm learning how to do that. I am not perfect. I am nowhere near trying to quit being a people pleaser. It's when you've done the same thing your whole life, it's hard to break the routine. Like, I've worried my whole life. Me too. Get on the train, the worry train. Okay, me too. But you know what? We're going to stop this. We're going to stop. We're going to break these bad habits of drinking Coke Zero. I'm not telling you not to drink Coke Zero. I'm just telling you what's going to keep me disciplined is I have to make little changes in my life to keep myself on path to go, Judy, can you do this? Can you give up Coke Zero? To crap I can, watch me. And I've done it. I don't even know what week I'm on, but I've done it. Does that mean I'm never going to have a Coke Zero? I'm sure I'll have a Coke Zero from that. But right now, I'm not disciplined enough. I think if I started, I'd just go right back to drinking them. But I'm still going to face judgment. I am. I will tell you, if you're joining me and you don't know Sneed's Farmhouse, all my pigs are fixed. All my rabbits are fixed. Do I ever okay, let me talk, y'all may not even know this. My goats are registered. My cows are registered. My alpacas are not registered. Well, I take that back. Rio's registered, but he's been fixed. So I do not feel, now this is just me personally, people want goats because goats are good for clearing land, things like that. Do I ever want to have baby goats again? I do. I'm not gonna lie. I love raising baby goats to be friendly. Um, I prefer Dexter to be fixed, but Shane's not there yet. So next year we'll have another calf. Um, you know, um, I will never have piglets again, which makes me really sad. But I can't do that. Pigs, to me, that is the number. Pigs and ducks and rabbits come back to me. Like I feel like people don't get them and understand. Like a chicken, you know, a chicken finds every reason to die. I mean, they just do. Predators want to kill them. So, like, I feel like chickens, but like these big animals are a commitment. Like, a donkey lives a long time. An alpaca lives a long. It is a commitment. you know, and so I just feel like people don't really understand what they're getting into. So, no more piglets for Judy. No, I will say that all my piglets went to good homes, but no more piglets for Judy. No more rabbits for Judy. I do want baby goats again one day. Dexter and Dee Dee will breed. Georgia Lee, I'm so over whether she's pregnant or not. I've spent a lot of money on Georgia Lee. A lot of money on Georgia Lee. I feel like pregnancy helps Georgia Lee because she was a rescue situation, and I saw such a change in her when Tate was here and born, and when she was seeing Tate come up to me, she learned trust. So I do. Will I ever breed, if Georgia Lee's not pregnant, would I breed her again? I would. I'm not gonna lie. I would breed Georgia Lee again, and I would keep the baby, and me and Shane would get in a fist fight over me keeping the baby. But I may or may not breed her. I don't know. I mean, it's not that I really want another alpaca, but I just enjoy training them. If I could find a good home for them, I would love, like, I know that Nick and Zoe want another alpaca. But I feel like motherhood is good for Georgia Lee. That's me personally. But there's nobody that knows your animals like you. You know what's good for your animal. You know when you need to stop breeding. You know when it's enough. I hope that things that I say today kind of help you get to know me as a person and know my heart, my desire. I am starting to market. As a matter of fact, I have brochures now, and I have started calling sober living facilities. But I've told you before, a sober living facility, they're not going to hang on. They're not going to bring people here until I build a relationship with the people. They're not going to just haul a bunch of teenagers to a farm that they don't know. It's going to take work for me to get my nonprofit, and my vision on where my farm is going is not to do field trips. It is not to do tours. That's where I have to start. I have to pay for this, right? When you see me all over the map, and I'm at schools and I'm at libraries and I'm doing people here, it's because I have to pay for this to get, but I've got to get I know where I'm going. I'm just not there yet. I want to move, and I'm even kind of scared to say that out loud because Shane and I have busted our butt at Sneed's Farmhouse, building an education center, building Shane a new shop, all the new construction around, all the new coops. Like, we've worked so hard, and we're 53. Shane retires soon, and we ain't going in debt. So I have no clue how I'm going to get 50 acres without going in debt. I don't know, but it is in my head. And I know in my heart, I don't know if I will sell this place. I don't know. I don't know what God has in store for me, but I see big plans with Sneed's Farmhouse. I see it. I can see it. I can taste it. And my desire is not to have field trips here. My desire is not really maybe tours once a week for I don't like the public here, to be honest. I don't. It's hard. You have public at your house and see what it's like. It is so difficult, but I have to pay for this, and I got to make baby steps to get to where I'm going. My vision is for group homes, sober living facilities, domestic violence shelters, orphanages to be here. That's my desire. It is not for schools to be here, although I enjoy kids here. But can you imagine 100 kids on your property in your front yard? It's difficult. Okay? It is not my number one desire. It's not. But I've got to take these steps to get where I'm going. It is not pleasant having strangers on your property. It's not my desire. My desire, like I'm so slow right now. And do you know how when you see me in my farm and I'm live or doing a video, like, I can't do that with people on my property, like me being out in the farm and just laying on my animals. It has to be just me and my animals. My animals, when there's someone in my farm and it's nighttime, let's just say it's friends of ours visiting and they're coming to eat dinner and they want to see me put the animals to bed, because people like freak out when they see me put the animals to bed because they're so trained. They like to watch it. My animals will not mind. If there is a stranger in my farm, ain't none of them going in the barn. They're on alert. But it's crazy because, like, during the day when I have strangers at my farm, they're fine. They're fine. But at nighttime, they're like, Joker, get out of the farm. I just want my mama and daddy. That's how they are. It's the crazy, especially the alpacas. Rio is not going in the farm if anyone is standing at the fence. He's like this. I ain't going in the barn. Who is that? Is that person about to get my mama? Like, they're not going in the barn. They're not. Anyway, so now you know why I took the word sanctuary out of my farm. I'm tired. I can get in other people's shoes and I can see why they say the things they say. I can. And I'm not mad at people for calling me out or whatever. I'm not, but I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of having to stop and go, my name is Judy Sneed. I don't live in Sneed. I live in Coleman. My address is in Vinemont, but I don't live in Vinemont. I live in West Point. My sanctuary, yes, the word sanctuary is on there. No, I'm not. My focus is not rescuing animals. No, it is not. Although I do rescue animals. I know it makes absolutely no sense. Wait a minute, you're a farmer and you put on makeup. Like, nothing about you makes sense. I realize that. I realize that nothing about Judy makes sense, but that's what makes me unique. I'm not like other creators. I'm nothing. What other creator puts on makeup that's a farmer? None. Nobody gets ready in the morning. maybe they get ready because they go to a primary job, but they don't get ready to walk into the farm to shovel poop. I'm a weirdo. What farm talks about mental health? None. Me. I make no sense. I don't. But it's just who I am. And at the end of the day, I have to do what God's leading me to do. I do. And I feel like we're all here for a reason. And we're all here to jump on the wellness train. And my farm has made my mental health so well. And oftentimes, when I start getting to other people's business, the farm pulls me into the right lane. And I've had so much therapy that I can share with you what I've learned. And you don't have to pay a copay. I'll pay the copay. I'll go to counseling. I'll tell you what you learned. And you don't even have to get off the couch. You can go to therapy too. And I'll teach you everything I've learned. So that's what my farm is all about. And I like my 501c3 nonprofit paperwork does not have that I'm a rescue. My mission on my 501c3 paperwork says to give back what God has blessed me with. And that is my mission. It is not to rescue animals. It's not to not breed animals. It's not, but you have to understand, I'm learning. I've never wanted a chicken a day in my life, more or less a pig or a donkey. Okay. And this whole breeding animal thing, I got to learn. And I'm a hardhead, okay? You can't tell me because I have to learn for myself. You can sit here and go, Judy, I just want to let you know that you need to do this. No, I'm a hardhead. I've got red hair. I have to learn for myself. I have to go through the process, screw up, make mistakes, say I'm sorry, and figure it out on my own. I do. It's just who I am. I have to figure things out for myself. But I will tell you, from day one, so many people like to send me messages and say, you know, that cow can kill you. Or that bull, sorry. I know that bull will kill you. You know, you're not supposed to be rubbing a bull on the head. You know, you're not supposed to stand in front of a bull. I know. I do. And if I get killed by Dexter, listen, I'll tell you right now, if Dexter kills me, I'm happy. And it's the way I want to go. I am very careful when it comes to Dexter. If you've toured my farm, you watch Kayla and I be sensitive to every animal. When people are in our farm, Kayla and I are like, we're on alert. We're looking at every animal's mannerism. Is anybody off today? Does anybody not want anybody? And if I go out there or Kayla goes out there and Dexter's like, not today. I am not doing it today. Or Ruger's like, not today. I'm headbutting everyone. Kayla and I love from a distance. Y'all want to feed the animals? We can't go into the farm today because someone's pregnant and about to have a baby. We have to respect animals. And today's not the day. Today is not the day that we're going into the farm. And so we stand, and I know my animals so well. And when you respect your animals, you know when the mannerism, you know when the mama does not want you to touch her baby. You learn your animals. You know today's not the day. And if it's with the field trip, none of the kids are going in there. I am very mindful of what's going on in my farm at all times. Like people want to scratch Dexter on the back. I'm like, dude, for example, yesterday, a family came and this lady had beautiful long fingernails and Dexter comes up because he wants you to pet him. And she was scratching his back. And I said, you can't do that. And she was like, oh. I said, no. When you scratch his back a lot, he gets He wants to be your boyfriend. Okay? So you can't do that. You can't scratch him on you can do one scratch, but if you sit there and do this on Dexter, he gets all about himself, if you know what I mean. You can't do that. I know what you can and can't do to my animals. I know. Like, I can remember when, what time is it? I can remember when I got Ruger and people wanted to play rough with Ruger and they wanted to push him, like get his head. Like if he came down like this, they thought it was cute to push Ruger and him come after you. And I had to say, stop. You're not doing that to my animals because you're teaching them bad behavior. That's cute when he's little, but it ain't cute when he gets big. And if you wrestle with my animals like that, they're going to do that as adults. I have to correct the behavior from when they're little bitty kids and go, no, you're not doing that. So no one plays headbutt with my little bitty bucklings. Mm-mm. But see, if you don't have a farm, you think that's cute. You think it's cute when he comes after and you go like this and you push him away with his horns. You think it's a cute. It's not cute. I know my animals and I know what's tolerated and what's not tolerated with my animals. If there's a high ADHD kid, he can't go out there with my bull. If he's out there running around, screaming and hollering, it may not be good. So I have to be mindful of what's going on in my farm at all times. And I always tell parents, look, your job, teachers and parents, is to keep your eyes on your children. Mine and Kayla's job is to keep our eyes on the animals. That is our job. I have to look to see what's going on at all times because not all kids, they think it's cute to hurt animals. And kids want to chase chickens. I tell everyone, if you chase my chicken, you're not staying in my farm because it may not end well and you're going to wish you didn't come to your Aunt Judy's. It may seem fun to chase a chicken, but no one's chasing my chickens. My chickens are pets. No one is doing that because you might be chasing a rooster instead of a hen and it's not going to end well. And I make sure I tell every person, and I am in constant reminder, do not chase the chickens. Do not chase the ducks. Do you understand me? I have to do things like that. And I do it for their safety. It's important. They want to go over there and touch a mother hen. They think it's cute to go, can I hold that baby chick? Have you ever heard of a mean, wet mother hen? That's what I tell them. You go touch that baby, she going to tear you to pieces. No, you're not touching a baby chick. Now, in the brooder, when the chicks are in the brooder and they don't have a mama, yes, they can pick up the chicks. But the chicks that are out there with their mamas or turkey, you're not. Mama hen will tear you to pieces. Today, I will be recording a little bit of my testimony about where my goals were when I first started Sneed's Farmhouse to where I am today. And it'll come out tomorrow. And I hope that you'll take the time to watch my video on YouTube because it'll be powerful how God works in someone's life. And it's going to be the raw truth of what it's been like since day one on my farm and how it's evolved to where it is today and where it's going to go in the future. So be looking for my video. Thanks for joining me this morning. I'm glad you're on this train with me. And now that sanctuary is gone out of the name, I don't think that I'll have to worry about fighting the whole being a sanctuary because it's gone. But in the end of the day, you know what? Maybe my farm is more than a sanctuary. And sometimes we have to know who we are as a person. And we have to know what we meant in a post or a text or an email. I have to know in my heart what I meant. And all the people that interpret it different ways, I can't control that. All I can do is be mindful of why they went to where they went. They were being sweet, trying to find Skipper a home. They were. They love Skipper. Skipper is a huge person. I mean, fan here. I mean, he's a character, and people are like, "I'll help Aunt Judy." And you're so sweet. I know your heart. I know you. No one meant to be mean. No one meant to. They were like, Jason, Brooke, Jake. They love Skipper and they want to see Skipper grow up. And they're like, oh my gosh, if he'll get with a farm that's on YouTube or Facebook, then we'll get to see Skipper the rest of her life like Cinco, you know? But you know how I never leave you hanging with Rhino? Rhino comes up a lot. Rhino's the rescue donkey that doesn't live with me. He lives 2 doors down. Oftentimes I go visit Rhino, and Skipper has a home with a friend of mine, which means I'm going to be going visit just like I go visit Rhino, which makes my heart happy. So Skipper has a good home. All right, guys, remember, I know Mondays are hard. Monday's like the start over day. And you're like, I gotta eat right, or I gotta not worry. Today's Monday. I gotta start I'm starting something new. It's Monday. You know what? You have choices. You can sit it out or you can dance. And I hope you dance. I will see y'all Wednesday.